Good morning. Happy Sunday. I see Valerie's already in there with greeting. Hi, Valerie.
Sorry, I'm just gonna move things. I can't read it. Okay, I'm gonna
Should I act like I'm in Star Trek and the ship is being buffeted?
Can you guys hear us? We've attached our regular microphone for a change.
Do I need to lean in?
Good morning, Barry. Oh, it's been a rough start this morning, actually. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Yes, I hope that means yes, you can hear us. That's good. We always struggle with the technical parts of dealing with computers. When I say we, I mean mostly me.
Yeah, and you know what? We have those lapel mics that have never given us decent sound quality, so we just wind up not using them.
Yeah, that's a shame, though.
It is a shame because that would be really convenient.
Yeah, well, not so much for me because I don't have a lot to clip to. I never wear a lot of shirts.
You just rest it. Like your kitten who likes to rest there all the time.
So we have new kittens, guys. You've probably seen Todd and Margot. And Margot has decided, hi, Basil. Her favorite place to sleep right now is exactly right here.
I can't blame her.
She treats my boobs like a shelf, and she just sleeps here. I don't know what she's going to do when she gets big enough that like my boobs won't hold her up.
You're a woman enough to handle it.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Sop with Snoopy.
So, guys, it's been a busy week. Thank you for sending love from Indonesia. Hi, David. Hello from the UK, Mr. E. Hello from Costa Rica. Hey, Dougie. Doug. So, how many of you watched our interview with Nick August on Friday? What day was that? Monday night. And also, how many of you saw our video of our day in the life of a YouTuber from last Sunday? Because that was actually really fun to do.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to share with you guys the stuff we do that's not... Well, I guess technically that's in front of the camera too, isn't it?
But it's not what's normally in front of the camera.
Yeah. So just curious how much you guys care about that stuff. Because it is fun to share. Oh, Barry enjoyed the ginger on the beach. Thank you, Barry. For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, my video that came out yesterday, we went to a beach called Playa Ventanas, which is Windows Beach, because Ventanas means windows. It's got these really cool caves you can climb through. Sometimes you can't always climb through them because sometimes you'll die.
Yeah, you gotta time it right.
Yeah, we've been to that beach 3 times.
I think so, 3 or 4 times.
The first time we went, there was no way. The second time we went, though, I got lucky and I was able to walk through one of the caves.
Yeah, at high tide, maybe there's only a couple of feet that aren't underwater at the top of those caves, something like that. Yeah. And a low tide is basically an empty floor, right?
Mostly. Yeah, it was low tide, the other day when we went, but it was still really turbulent inside, so there was no way. Oh, what do you think you're due over there? I'm not sure what that means, Steve. Banana split was to die for. Basil, you have no idea. I don't even like ice cream. I famously dislike ice cream. Everybody thinks I'm crazy about it, but I just never enjoyed it. But the ice cream in this country is unbelievable how good it is. I don't know if it's just the milk is fresher that they use.
Or they actually use real milk instead of like
real milk, real cane sugar.
Fake stuff.
I don't know. But the ice cream here is unbelievable. And the bananas are definitely the best you'll ever eat because they're fresh grown here.
Couldn't get fresher. I mean, we have bananas out our ass on this property. They're all over this country.
Oh, Steve's going to the beach. Where is your beach, Steve?
Yeah.
Hi from Hi, is it Freude? From Norway? Greetings, Heru. Oh, so Steve must be in Australia. Okay. So yeah, they got their fair share of beaches. Steven, looked great, but cannot have. What are you, lactose intolerant? Or diabetic? Or also on the other side of the planet. So that would make it difficult.
Yeah. For whatever reason, it's tragic.
Nick the Pool August was a fun show. Loved it. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with Nick, actually. He's a lot of fun on Twitter. Mike has more conversations with him on Twitter than I do, but he was a lot of fun. He is a guest on tomorrow night who's also a really good friend of ours, so I encourage you to watch it. They'll be talking about art and kind of and health and whatnot, which are things that are dear to our heart. But
oh, Stephen, that's too bad.
What?
He can't have the banana split because of diabetes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Diabetes
Sorry,
is
pal.
one of those illnesses that is a total bitch, right? Like, no lies. I don't know well, I mean, diabetes wouldn't affect me too bad these days because we're mostly kettlebore, so we don't do a lot of carbohydrates anyway. But there was a time when, like, if I got diabetes, I think I would have starved to death because carbs was all I ever ate. So
Hi in the UK, Graham.
See,
and Isabel. Hello over there, Germany, I think, right?
Hi, Isabel. Yes, Germany. From Europe. Oh, are you still in Germany, or are you on vacation? Can I have lots of delicious things? It's true, Stephen, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with a good, juicy steak.
Yep.
And that'll never hurt you. I'm pretty sure. In Excess, that should be a new musical investigation.
In Excess was huge in our youth.
Yeah. My dad, I think, had all their albums.
Not much left to investigate. I even had that last album they did with JD.
Yeah. And we watched Rockstar in Excess too when they did it, chose their new lead singer. So, sup with Snoopy. Is it your birthday today? Happy birthday if it is. If not, enjoy your ice cream cake anyway.
For whoever's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Barry's nailed it on the ice cream.
Yeah, seed oils will kill you. And straight up.
I think that's probably the difference. It's just real milk down here, just real ice cream. Actual ice cream, which I probably never had in my life before we came here.
So, yeah, there's a lot of food here that is way better than we ever had anywhere else.
Some that's not so good, like most of the steaks. But chicken, ice cream, fruit.
Yeah.
Mostly better than we're used to.
Yeah, all really good. Oh, Stephen makes a good point. Can't afford it these days. That's a fact. Making beef very expensive these days.
Yeah, steak here is not only not that great, it's very expensive.
Yeah, I got lucky. I found a good supplier where I can get a ridiculously thick tomahawk steak for like $10. So, but that's about it. Any other steak I've bought here has been brutally expensive and really awful.
Yeah.
Shinedown.
It's just not worth it.
Did we hear Shinedown?
I've heard of Shinedown. Maybe I've heard one or two songs, but not much.
I keep thinking we might have done one, but if Basil doesn't know, then Basil, you probably know our channel better than we do. Yeah, happy birthday, Sup with Snoopy on Tuesday.
So you write down Basil's suggestion of Shinedown, because I assume he wouldn't ask unless it was.
It's true.
Of interest. And Valerie's asking about Talk Talk. Talk Talk is one of my favorite bands. There's very little I haven't heard. I mean, they only did 3-4 albums. It's funny, celebrities die, and sometimes people get very sad. It usually just is water off a duck's back. But when Mark Hollis from Talk Talk died, that one hit me really hard. And it's weird because I like Talk Talk. I know a lot of Talk Talk, but I never thought I was that invested in the life of Mark Hollis.
Yeah, no, Mike is not one of those celebrity chasers at all.
Caught me by surprise how much that one hit me, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah. So, Zops with Snoopy. So, no, the food is not like Mexican here. Ticos do not really like spicy food generally, to start with. Most of the food is savory or sweet. A lot of the food is sweet.
There's a lot of rice and beans and chicken, so like the ingredients are kind of the same.
Yeah,
but they don't do spicy the same way.
And they don't do cheese here.
The only kind of spicy stuff we ever had was when we had that soup. that Jocelyn cooked.
Yeah.
But that was like a Caribbean
Yeah,
recipe.
it had habaneros
So
in it.
a whole different kind of spicy than Mexican.
Yeah, no. Any kind of spicy here is mostly Caribbean spicy and not really Mexican spicy. They are different. Yeah, Costa Ricans, it's mostly rice and beans and a protein, right? Like, so there's a ton of chicken, a lot of cooking with citrus, a lot of fish. Actually, this week and in a couple days, I have a new video coming out where I make ceviche, which is a traditional Costa Rican dish. It's a raw fish dish. It's actually really delicious. Mike doesn't like it, but I love it.
It's okay.
So
I've had it a little.
you can literally buy ceviche at a truck on the corner, like every corner on the road in this country. Everybody sells ceviche.
Let's just say I wouldn't. It's okay, but
I've bought ceviche on the beach before, and it was delicious. So don't listen to him. It's different here. You can buy fish on the side of the road, and it's generally pretty good. Shine Down Enemies is a good song. Okay. Enemies.
And Basil said Simple Man or Monsters. So I have a few choices to look into there. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Valerie, that's right. No talk request. I did talk Ginger into doing live at Montreux for Such a Shame.
Yes, and the viewers keep giving me crap for not worshiping Mark Hollis quite hard enough. I mean, I like Talk just fine. I thought it was fine, but it was good and everything. But some of the Talk fans are a little bit
over the top.
I was going to say they're like zealots, right? They take it way too hard, and when you don't love them enough, right? They can be a little toxic. So, yeah, thanks. Simple Man is a cover of a Lynyrd Skynyrd. Brent Smith is a ginger. Well, us gingers gotta stick together.
Oh, sorry about the back, Isabel.
Oh no. Isabel's in the hospital. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, my sweet. I don't even know. I can't imagine the pain of a herniated disc. I mean, we have degenerated discs in our neck, and that's bad enough, but I think a herniated disc. Sorry, my cats are freaking out. If she wanders away a little too far and if she doesn't see us anymore, she starts to cry from where she is instead of just coming back. So.
It's okay. Murder Todd's going out to see her.
So I'm sorry to hear about your back, Isabel. I hope you heal quickly. Excuse me. Okay. This is incredibly boring. Well, then I guess we won't see you around any longer. Bye. This is our chit chat. It's Sunday morning, and we're talking about music and life in Costa Rica. So for a different genre, Molly Tuttle, Crooked Tree.
Live version.
Molly Tuttle. Okay. I read it. Sorry, I write really slow. If I typed it would be really fast. Kaleo reminder, Ruben, can't go without you. Live on Kaleo.
Isabel, don't worry. Todd and Margot get plenty of hugs. But we'll dedicate some to you.
Yes. I can't go without you. Okay. Thanks, Barry. You're not even wrong, right? That's fine.
Engage with a question that's of interest to you, and then it becomes less boring.
Yeah. I mean, we're just hanging with our friends. Gene Clark. What? I got fruit flies all over. Gene Clark. Do you have a suggestion, Steve, for a song? I don't know Gene Clark.
I was momentarily thinking of Roy Clark from Hee Haw. That's a different guy, I assume.
Probably different. Yeah. Breaking Benjamin are good if you haven't listened to them. Didn't we do a Breaking Benjamin song?
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
They sound familiar to me. Signet's Committee. No, I don't. It's not even ringing a bell right now, Isabel. I'm sorry, hun. I'm sure you've asked me about it, and I forgot. Because that's how it rolls in this house. Sadly.
Yeah, there's a lot going on between the channel and getting settled in and renovating and maintenance. I was out there for, well, long enough to exhaust me with a giant handlebar trimmer cutting back the undergrowth. Got to keep it from getting too woody until we get goats.
Yeah, we've had a couple of kind of rough weeks around the homestead. Marcello, greetings to Argentina from Costa Rica.
Practically neighbors.
Gene Clark is a former bird. Oh, the birds. Hello, let's chill page to South France. Hello from Costa Rica.
Bonjour.
Oh, Meg made notes last time during the live chat. Did we?
There's probably a couple left on there that we haven't got to yet.
Oh, okay. The list was ridiculously long from that last live chat. Anything by Gene off the album, no other. Sops with Snoopy has a fox howling in his backyard right now.
I have a fox too.
Turning into a gray fox. No, not howling right now. But yesterday I was howling because Todd decided that my nipple was the perfect thing to attack with his claws and teeth.
Can't blame him.
I can blame him.
He's doing it wrong, but
don't damage the equipment. I can't afford to replace it. M&G, you do so many groups and singers I'm unfamiliar with, which is great. Love the diversity. Thank you, Steven. We love it too.
Yeah.
It is kind of how we are, right? Like my Spotify playlist is ridiculous. If whenever I hear people ask me, what kind of music do you listen to? It's like, oh God, I don't even know where to start. No. Some of our Costa Rican friends, we were at a party a couple of weeks ago, and one of them said, "Oh, what kind of music do you listen to?" I'll put it on the speaker. I was like, I don't even know where to start with that. And most people won't like the music that I like to listen to. So, but you never know. Yeah, they tried out a couple. So far, I can't stop listening to A Perfect Circle.
Hip hip hooray.
Bravissimo.
Hello to Marlene.
Hello, Marlene. So, yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks. We tried to take an avocado tree down and took out the power lines. So that was fun. Not fun. I still haven't finished cleaning up that tree because I have to replace the chain on my chainsaw because we wore it out. And then we had a small fender bender, so we've been without our car for a week. That's not fun.
Nope.
Especially in this country where it's tough to walk everywhere. Like we're pretty in shape and we hike a lot, but just to go up to the store is like one hill down like this and the next hill up like this both ways. So, and it's hot. The last couple of weeks has been very hot.
Theoretically, we're 800 meters from the grocery store, but it feels like an eternity some days.
It really does. The walk just to the grocery store is tough. So I have to take the backpacks, bring our groceries back in small trips. So I'm really excited to get my car back when I can. So Sopo Snoopy is like me. He says he doesn't listen to A Perfect Circle, even though he loves Tool. I love Tool too, and never even really heard A Perfect Circle other than Judith before we found what was that?
Thanks for all the fish.
Well, no, the one we did before that was what, Elephant Tree? Is that what it's called?
Oh, you asked me hard questions. I don't remember. That might have been it.
something like that. But anyway, and then yeah, thanks for all the fish, which I can't stop listening to. Yes, Basil, not a good week at all. And there's a snake in my chicken coop somewhere. I haven't seen the snake, but last week we had rats. So we got the kittens because we thought we'd train them to take care of the chicken coop. And then I've noticed that we don't have rats anymore, but I have found a couple of broken snake eggs. And I think they're broken because the chickens are finding them and they're pecking them open, which is a good thing. The problem is something's laying them.
This chicken neighborhood watch.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But something's laying the eggs.
Connie's out there with the binoculars looking for snake eggs.
Maybe. I don't know. So, but I haven't managed to find the snake yet, and I want to find it before it gets big enough to eat one of my cats or one of my chickens. So, I don't even know how you get rid of a snake here, right? Like other than we had friends that found a 10-foot boa constrictor in their turkey shed a couple weeks ago, and they had to call the fire department. They come and they take it, and then they let it loose out in the jungle. But how do you kill it? How do you get rid of it or kill it before they get big enough that you have to call the fire department?
Right.
I just don't know.
So Basil's asking about sending Dave down to the store. So funny thing, Funny thing, Basil. So every time we drove out of here, Dave used to follow us, tear down the hill, tear up the hill on the other side of the valley. He's a great runner and super fast, but he's decided that that's too much work. So I don't think he's going to go to the store. And also,
He's abandoned us.
We have a neighbor at the end of the street who has 3 dogs he loves to play with, and she feeds all the dogs in the neighborhood. Dave's decided he's our dog about 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes he comes home at night. Sometimes he doesn't.
So he's not really our dog anymore, I think.
He's shared property now, so I don't think he's going to do our grocery runs.
He comes to visit. He came to sleep for a couple hours on the deck yesterday, but then he left again, and he didn't come home last night. And I haven't seen him yet today.
Night before he came home. Last night he didn't. Yeah. We don't worry about him.
Dave is a nomadic creature, obviously.
He's good here. He's made friends with all the dogs, and he knows the people, and he loves to tear around and be free. And Elena feeds the hell out of them all.
Yeah. And he's not that keen on the kittens, to be honest. He started spending more time over there once we got the kittens. That does look a little hurt. Even though once we got the kittens, we gave him like twice as much love just because we didn't want him to feel threatened. But he took it offensively. He's all offended.
I don't need to be here where there's competition.
And the funny thing was we got the kittens because we thought it would be nice for him to have playmates, right? Because he liked playing with the cat at the house where we found him. So we thought he would enjoy playing with the kittens, but no, he doesn't.
So we're falling behind. Hello, Carbos.
Hello, Carlos. Aurora and Hans Zimmer.
Carbos, would it be?
Oh, I don't have my glasses on. But when I put them on, I can't see everything. Frozen Planet 2. Oh. Oh, my pen is... I'll look that up. We haven't had a new Aurora in a while.
Jasmine Sullivan up there. Hiccup your feelings live.
I'm going to change to a pencil because my pen's not working. So, okay.
Barry says Dave's just like a teenage son.
Yep. Just comes to eat sometimes. Pretty much.
Out partying with his amigos.
Pick up your feelings.
Yeah, Sci-Fi Monkey's right about loving the contrast with city life. It's a change. And I was saying to my friend the other day back in Canada, I was going out to tackle the underbrush, and one day it builds character and builds strength, and I hope to one day be as strong as an 80-year-old Tico or maybe his wife.
Yeah.
Like now you will seriously be humbled by the sheer strength and endurance of people that have been living this lifestyle from their youth. I'm a big guy, but I cannot keep up with these people at all. I
No.
mean, too many decades behind a desk, right? I'm very soft.
Mhm. There's a lady at the bottom of our hill here. She looks easily 70.
Oh, at least.
maybe in her 80s, and she looks very frail, and she walks kind of hunched over, and she walks very slowly, but every single day I see her going up that hill towards the store, and the hill's like this. That's the slope of it, and it's not even short, it's a long hill. Like it takes me 10 or so minutes to walk this hill, and I have a brisk pace. That lady's doing it at like a tenth of the pace, but she does it every day. So, yeah, I wouldn't even try to take her on in a fight. She'd probably cream my ass for sure. Even though she looks like you could break her in half, but I
Don't be fooled.
no. And they do it all the time, right? Like lots of Ticos don't have cars. They walk everywhere, and everywhere here is mountains, right? So when you're walking, it's like steep hills and turns everywhere. So I'm gonna have buns of steel after a year living here, that's for sure. Okay. So Milan Farmer, yes, I saw that she had a new song out. It doesn't have a video. We just finished doing a Milan Farmer reaction that I haven't put out yet, but we will try to do a reaction to the new song. The problem with Milan Farmer is she holds it up. Well, she doesn't, but her songs always get held up in copyright for a long time.
Mhm.
So they do eventually get released, but it'll be a while before you see a reaction to the new song because it takes a long time to get them through. Westbell says Spotify suggested a song this week, "The Story" by Sirius Black. It flashed me like a guy in Central Park with a red trench coat, only to find out it's a cover. Original is by folk singer Brandy Carlisle.
Somebody suggested Brandy Carlisle in the past, I think. That name rings a bell.
Mm.
So why don't we try to do the original?
Yeah, we could do that. What's it called? The Story.
Were we into Journey? Journey was everywhere on the radio when we were kids. I don't know if we were really into Journey, but certainly heard plenty of it.
Yeah. I mean, I like Journey just fine, but not a buy the album kind of Journey fan. What is it called? Sirius Black.
Have we done any Muse? I don't know if we've done any Muse. I know some Muse.
We did,
did we do
a Muse song.
live Muse song, right?
I think we did a live Muse song,
Yeah.
and we did Taria covering a Muse song as well. But we do know a lot of Muse too, so I love Muse, so I would happily put them on the list. Excuse me. Can't remember if okay, Muse. So well, yeah, I'll look up. So actually, I think we did a Muse song that got blocked.
So
as
Sci-Fi
well.
Monkey suggesting Verona. So let's look into that one.
Okay. The last live chat, someone suggested Brandy Carlisle, and they were talking about Belinda Carlisle.
I remember.
I remember that now.
So Tommy Johansson covering Separate Ways. I gotta be honest, Separate Ways is totally my favorite Journey song. Let's do that one.
Yeah, Tommy Johansson. I don't even know how that would sound. That's intriguing.
You gotta love that video. That keyboard player really committed to that air keyboard.
Separate Ways by Tommy.
So Ruben, I don't think we'll be doing Comfortably Numb. We're way too familiar with it. Seen the Pulse video many times.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we love it, which means
Oh
we won't be reacting to it.
When I was 14, I went to the McLaughlin Planetarium in Toronto and watched Laser Floyd, which was a very cool laser show done to the music of Pink Floyd. And I'm sad the McLaughlin Planetarium is gone now. But that was magnificent show. It was really, really fun. But yeah, the Pink Floyd, I think it's been around as long as I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, Brandy Carlisle was apparently one of the highwaymen.
Oh wow, we have to go back to those ladies. They were fabulous. I absolutely loved that. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Marcello's looking for kisses. We're now a dating app. Our live stream is a dating app. Okay. Yeah, Stephen, I'm amazed by Tommy Johansson's voice too. Nemophilia. What? Is that dead people?
No, that's necro.
Okay. Yeah, Wish You Were Here is a great song. It's that might be my favorite Pink Floyd song.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah. I remember actually, it's funny. I remember right after 9/11, they did one of those like telethons. Remember on TV when they used to do telethons where they would have people performing and in the background people were picking up phones and taking donations for charity? They did one of those to raise money, and a whole bunch of famous people did performances. I remember seeing a really good performance by what's that dirtbag whose tour bus dumped sewage in the Hudson? Dave Matthews?
Dave Matthews, yeah.
The Dave Matthews Band did a really amazing song on that telethon, and Pink Floyd did an acoustic version of Wish You Were Here that is my favorite version. And I'm sad that I can't even think of what the telethon was. It was to raise money. It was almost like a week or two after 9/11.
Families of first responders, or
maybe,
something.
maybe. But that one sticks with me.
I think "Wish You Were Here" is probably my favorite Floyd song overall. But "Comfortably Numb's" got my favorite guitar solo.
Oh yeah, "Comfortably Numb's" pretty good too.
So Sci-Fi Monkey suggesting "Rooting for You" as another London Grammar to check out.
Oh yeah, I love the London Grammar.
Barry, you got it backward. It's a love of animated fish. Not an aversion.
They made up a word for that? When you love animated fish?
I think he's joking.
Oh. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me, actually. The dictionary is all messed up these days. No nudes in the flash.
Isabel's checking out for coffee and cake.
Oh, enjoy, bye, Isabel. Enjoy. I hope you feel better soon. Okay. Cake? Wait.
Oh, man, I could use cake.
Yeah, I could really use some cake right now, too, actually.
Don't get a ton of cake down here and, no pies.
No, the only pie that exists here is when I make it. Yeah.
What the hell kind of country did we move to?
There's so many bananas. Sultans of Swing. We're never getting through that through the copyright. I think we actually did the Sultans of Swing and it got blocked.
Maybe.
Yeah, Mike actually used to have a live album of theirs, right?
Yeah. Well, Alchemy Live.
Yeah.
It's a huge album by those guys. It's genius.
He used to listen to it all the time.
So good on a turntable.
Till his albums got stolen.
So did you see Graham's got a suggestion for Let Her Go by Passenger?
No.
Stephen, Learn to Fly is pretty good too. Yeah, I like that one.
Let Her Go?
Yes, Let Her Go.
Yeah, I like Learning to Fly. Thank you, Isabel.
Thank you, Isabel. Go get that cake. Eat an extra bit
for me. Yeah,
why
are you still in here?
A couple
There's
extra
cake.
bites at least.
We're boring. Just ask, what was his name again?
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I like Learn to Fly.
Valerie's mentioning Division Bell is a good Pink Floyd song. I really liked what Nightwish did with Division Bell. No, was it? It was Division Bell, I think, right? That Nightwish did that version of.
You ask hard
I do.
questions. I don't remember. But I'll take your word for it because yours is better than mine. Ooh.
See, everybody's down with the cake and coffee now. Oh, High Hopes. Thank you, Snoopy. That's right. I think I was off the Division Bell album.
Oh, High Hopes. So Marco singing. Yeah, I remember the High Hopes.
Yeah.
That one I remember.
I think that was off that album, though, Division Bell album, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody out there knows for sure.
Yeah, there's going to be a Floyd fan out there who knows. So, yeah, Pink Floyd is so saturated for us. Like my dad had Dark Side of the Moon. So did my first boyfriend in high school. Like I've heard so much Pink Floyd, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, some of the really, really old stuff. I know there's reactors out there that do things like the Beatles and Michael Jackson and like the older stuff. And a lot of the older stuff we can't properly react to because we know it so much. I know we've done songs before in the past that we know, but I've wanted to get away from doing that just because it irritates some viewers, right? But I can kind of understand. But also, it's been so much fun finding new music now, and our list for music to discover is so long. I don't want to waste recording time on a song we already know for the most part.
Okay, so I have a question. Gigi or Shishi says hello from North Kalimantan. Where is that?
Where is Kalimantan?
I don't know where that is. Enlighten us geographically, please. Sorrow from the Pulse concert. That's Pink Floyd, I'm sure.
Okay. Porcupine Tree always reminds me of Pink Floyd. Really? I can't really see what you mean by that. Maybe, you know what? Maybe some songs. So I have gone off and listened to a couple other songs off channel just because I really, really enjoyed the Porcupine Tree we've done so far. And I guess there's a couple that I could say I could understand that. I felt they reminded me more of Tool than anything else for me, but yeah, I can see what you mean. It's still kind of proggy, right? Like it's all in that same realm of prog.
Oh, it's a province in Indonesia. Oh, very cool.
Oh, Ruben says we look way too cute together.
Mostly her.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without these dimples. I just look like a cranky old lady. So, province in Indonesia. Oh, Kalimantan. Very nice. So, that Wonderland Indonesia video by
Alfie Rev.
Alfie Rev has been amazing. I loved both of them. They were so much fun to watch. So, your place looks real nice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's very similar to Costa Rica, but it looks like it might actually be a little bit more interesting. You definitely have more animals, I think, than we do. I think.
Maybe.
Kurt Vile. That's a handle. Kurt Vile. What's it called? Loading zones.
Sounds very commercial industrial. No parking.
Well, I like that.
It's a loading zone.
Yeah, no estacionars. In Spanish, excuse me, no parking is no estacionar, or as we found in Mexico when we were there, no estacionars.
Don't station your arse here.
That's right.
It's easy to remember.
Indeed. So earlier Porcupine Tree is closer to Pink Floyd. Oh, okay. So I don't know any of the earlier stuff, so maybe that's where. Geolian Asia. Oh, so I put out the moon faces yesterday. Yes. Guys, those gals blew my mind. I couldn't believe how good that sounded. I were definitely going to do more of them because I really, really liked everything about their sound. Everything about it. It was magnificent. I was I was surprised because we ended up I looked after on Spotify, and it ended up that video was, like, 5 songs. So, sorry about that, but, it was worth it for us because it was so good,
Was
right?
good.
And they all kind of blended in together quite nicely, so if you haven't seen the Gioli and Asia video from I think it was yesterday I put it out, go
Yes,
check it
it's
out because it was
beautiful.
amazing. Yeah. I really love that drum. What's that called again? The pan drum?
Handpan.
Hand pan. I love the sound it makes. It's like a steel drum, but less tinny,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like a
Kinda
little less
mellower.
treble.
Mellower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I love the sound it makes.
Oh, Sarlena, we have not reacted to, but we've seen many times Phil Collins live in the air tonight.
Mhm.
It is fantastic, but there's no way we could react to it, really.
No.
We're way too familiar.
No. Yeah, that one is, my dad had that album too.
Mhm.
So I grew up listening to that song so many times.
This is one of the disadvantages. We have a lot of things that people react to that are really, really big reactor favorites tend to be stuff we already know
We
because
grew up with.
we're older and whiter than a lot of popular reactors. So they
There
can
you
react
go,
to
being a racist again.
they can react to stuff that we've known for 30, 40 years because it's new to them
Yeah.
and that's fantastic.
Mhm.
But we have to react to other stuff that's new to us.
Yeah, yeah. Which is a shame. It's, that performance is really something,
Oh, it's
right? Like,
epic.
I remember the first time I ever watched it,
But he comes up
and
those stairs and then
yeah,
walks around to that drum kit and then
yeah,
just boom, 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 boom. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, Phil Collins on the drums is an impressive thing. I've always actually really liked Phil Collins quite a bit, and even I mean, my husband rolls his eyes when I say it sometimes, but even some of his
Warming
Disney
up now.
stuff.
Oh, I am rolling my
Don't
eyes.
even give me that, okay? The soundtrack for Tarzan is
Oh,
epically good. Don't even give me that face. I don't even like
I'm
Disney,
gonna give you that face. I can't help it.
but the soundtrack for Tarzan was very good. I really enjoyed it, and actually, I remember my son Julian, when he was little, used to sing along
Mhm.
to the songs from the Tarzan movie, and, he was little, he was, like, 5. So it was I have a soft spot in my heart for that one.
So Steve is suggesting Courtney Barnett. Anything by her.
Oh, so excuse me. I think I'm coming down with a cold. It's been really wet here the last few days, guys, and we can't even have our campfires in our rancho because the wood's all too wet. Can't get it lit properly, so it's been a little chilly. I know it's weird to say in Costa Rica, but it's true.
Yep, once in a while. Even I thought it was a little bit chilly last night.
Yeah.
And I'm a big hairy guy. I feel chill a lot less than Ginger does, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you're more chill than me at all times.
I am more chill, but I feel the chill less.
Yes, it's true. He's insulated. So, okay, Stop with Snoopy brings up old Genesis. So there was there was Proggy Genesis. That was the really early stuff. I think my dad had one of those albums, actually. And then there was the more pop era. The album that had Illegal Alien, my dad also had. I would call that pop era.
Mhm.
Genesis was really good. I never cared much for the really proggy stuff, to be honest. And I didn't like anything they did with Peter Gabriel.
Too
I
early.
hate to say.
Too early, too proggy for you. Hey,
Yeah.
I have to say Genesis had a sweet spot for me kind of in the middle. They started proggy, which was not really my thing, and then they got like really sappy and silly. You get into like Susudio and that kind of stuff, and it's like, oh man, you guys totally lost all edge. Somewhere in the middle with like Mama and
Mama's absolutely my favorite Genesis
yeah,
song
like
ever.
there's a great period in the middle there where I love what they were doing. But either end of Genesis's career is not my favorite.
Yeah, Steven agrees. I like that one album, the one that had the yellow blocks on it. It was just called Genesis,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, I liked that one album. A bunch of the songs on there are pretty good, but Mama is by far tops for me. It's one of the best songs I've ever heard. So Ruben says, Roy Buchanan, hey Joe.
Where are you going with that gun in your hand?
What?
Hey, Joe, where are you going with that gun in your hand?
Do you know this song?
I only know Weird Al's inclusion of it in a polka parody. So.
Oh. So.
Basil says Phil Collins did the drums for Frida, and there's something going on.
Oh, very cool. Frida from ABBA. Did she do
solo stuff?
Solo stuff? Oh, that would be interesting. I didn't even know she did any solo stuff. I do love her, though. We do love us some ABBA, that's for sure. I'm curious, guys. So, you all watch reaction channels. Those of you that are on there, who else do you watch? Because I'm curious what other reaction channels get watched by our viewers. Because I know there's a ton of them out there. Just wonder. Yeah, share. We watch other reaction channels too, but we try. There's only a few that we can, because there's a bunch that react to the same kind of music we do.
We don't want spoilers.
And we don't want spoilers. So we tend to react to the ones that will react to stuff that we won't, right? So we like JVTV, Lost in Vegas. We like Jamal.
Jamal, aka
Jamal, yeah. And so I was watching Chase Carnison, but he reacts to a lot of stuff we do, so I don't watch him that much anymore because I don't want the spoilers.
So Valerie's asking about no Peter Gabriel. So you didn't like the stuff Genesis did with him. How do you feel about solo?
Peter Gabriel. Love solo Peter Gabriel. We had a ton of it.
Yeah.
Shaking the Tree is one of my favorite CDs. Right? Which is, I guess that's Greatest Hits collection, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he did so much good stuff.
Loved right? Peter Gabriel. Yeah.
The Games Without Frontiers is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah.
Salisbury Hill.
Red Rain. I love that one. Red Rain's probably my favorite. But yeah.
What I really can't stand is the MTV video era. Peter Gabriel.
So Sledgehammer and Big Time make me want to smash my face in with a sledgehammer. I hate both of those songs with a flaming white hot passion. So it's weird though, because I love other Peter Gabriel. Those two songs though, honest to God, like they got played so much on the radio when I was a kid. And I never even liked them to start with. So yeah, those two really turned me off.
Okay, we're gonna lose.
Sorry.
We got so Roy Buchanan, great guitarist. Okay. Jimi Hendrix. Okay. Drum duet between Phil Collins and Chester Thompson called Conversation.
A drum duo? I don't know if I'm gonna love that.
Mid-zone Genesis. Okay.
What?
It's mid-zone Genesis.
Okay.
Like I was saying, I like the middle part between the extremes. Barry watches Jamal too.
Chester,
hey, G-Man.
What? Chester,
Here,
what?
we have to scroll back up. Sorry, guys, we're falling behind.
Chester Thompson.
So Barry watches Jamal. Sopla Snoopy watches Tank the Tech. Oh, Vin and Sorry went pay to play, did they?
Oh, did they? Really? We used to watch them too, right? Vin and Sorry?
I've seen a few, yeah.
Well, that's
very long form. Tori reacts. I think I've seen one or two.
Mike would probably not like most reactions. Oh, I wonder
so why is that, Stephen? Is it just
hard
artists?
Music? Infinite Music reactions. Oh, I don't know that one.
Check them out.
The charismatic voice I really like. She's hopelessly adorable. She's probably the most adorable person on YouTube. I always want to pinch her cheeks, which is weird. It would probably be weird. But if I met her in person, I would probably try. And then her security team would tackle me. Or her husband. I've had a couple of chit chats with her husband in a Discord server before. He's very, very personable, nice person. So they seem like genuinely nice people, which is the kind of people we like. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like her. But she's one that I have to be careful because a lot of the stuff she'll react to is stuff that I will too.
Okay, we're running behind again, Ginger.
Oh well, I'm just chatting.
I know.
I'm answering questions.
Just letting you know. Anastasia.
No.
I don't know
Anastasia, no. G-Man, wanted to make sure I got here and thank you for checking out so many of my suggestions.
Wouldn't have done so many so fast, to be honest, if we'd known they were all from one person.
Yeah, if you have any more suggestions, I'm gonna have to paste them out because of this.
This is because I wasn't taking down who's.
Yeah.
We loved all your stuff. They were great
They
suggestions.
were good, yeah.
But we don't want to look like we're playing favorites.
So Stop with Snoopy agrees with me on the Peter Gabriel songs that are just trash. Sorry, guys.
Of Monsters and Men. We did something by them, right?
We did, and it got caught up in copyright for a while and then got released. I've heard a couple of their stuff. I actually really like their stuff that I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty good.
What's been your favorite cover song reaction so far? Oh.
I have one that pops to mind immediately.
You go ahead while I think about it.
There's been a lot of great ones, but I have to say,
hi, Ches.
Chakra Khan's cover of "It's a Man's World" blew me away. I loved that. Now there are
was very good.
Lots of really good ones we've seen, and I you know, if I really thought hard about it, I might come up with something that was even better.
It's really, really hard to answer that question. There's so many.
That pops to mind, and it was fantastic.
So Felix Irwine doing "Fix You."
Another excellent.
Very close to probably my favorite so far, but it's a hard call, guys. I could probably rattle off 10 right now.
Yep.
That were like really, really good. There's a lot of good cover artists out there. I really, really enjoyed the Jolene we did the other day. Firefly's Serenity, loyal reactionists to Joss Whedon are so funny. I don't understand that comment.
Other reactions that he watches, I guess.
Oh.
I bet that is funny. We watched Firefly and we've seen Serenity
many times. Yeah. Love that movie. Love that TV show. I miss Mel.
Ginger always aims to misbehave.
Yes, I do.
The Wolf Hunters.
I've heard of them. I think I've seen one or two of their reactions, but yeah, I saw that that the charismatic voice had her 1 million subs. It boggles my mind that she has 1 million subs. I don't even know how I would possibly manage a channel that large. Like, she's a superstar for sure. I know they have a whole team now, and with 1 million subs, you need a team, right? Like, some of the behind the scenes stuff that we would chat about. I don't know how they managed it, to be honest. They're real pros. Like, honest to God, I aspire, but I don't even know if I'd ever manage it. It's just, yeah, it's crazy.
Charlene is in my corner about the Chakra Khan. Thank
you,
yeah.
Oh yeah. He's amazing, right? Like, I don't know where he's getting that voice. He digs somebody up out of the ground like a 400-pound black man and steals his voice for a couple of minutes. Reactionist to Serenity. Oh, I'd have some things to say. Yeah. So Beth Roars is another amazing reactor. Beth Roars.
So we'll have to check out Beth Roars and Infinite Reactions. For sure.
So yeah, that's a few new channels that we haven't heard of before.
Be interesting.
We've been off. We haven't been watching reactions
really
lately. We've been too busy.
Too busy doing our own and everything around here.
And a couple of Netflix series have caught our eye, and we've been binge watching them.
Oh, Basil's suggesting the Vintage Blue Duo and their lockdown parody of Jolene. I just saw it the other day, actually.
What?
Jolene, please come take my man.
Oh. Okay.
I think that's the one you're talking about, right, Baz?
Yeah. He was singing that for a little while. I was wondering if I should take it personally, to be honest. So, yeah. That's I guess I can understand some people how they felt that way. I didn't feel that way.
No, we just launched our channel and started having fun at home together.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like there's some people, some married couples I know where I can understand how they would feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's yeah, there's some people that I wouldn't be able to live with locked up for a while.
So it looks like Ruben's suggesting clarity by above. Is that right, Ruben? I got the act and the song correct? Or is it the other way around?
Sometimes it's hard to tell. Oh. Excuse me. So any other suggestions, guys? We're starting to head into the end of the hour. Oh, Stephen watches TV and movie show reactors. It blows my mind that people can react to TV and movies and not get it caught up in copyright. Like I don't know how that would work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I imagine we tried once. Oh, here's a little backstory. So Sturgill Simpson. Sturgill Simpson. We did one of his songs way back and loved it. And the video and song were part of like a whole series. The album was a whole series of videos and songs that kind of ran a theme, like animated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an animated kind of movie on Netflix. And we enjoyed the one song so much, I said to Mike, let's do a reaction to the whole album because it sounds like an amazing concept. I loved it. We watched an interview with Sturgill Simpson on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept sounded amazing. So I said, let's do a reaction to the whole thing. And we set everything up and sat down to do it, and then realized that Netflix, I don't know how they do it, but like when you try to record Netflix, it won't let you.
Yep.
They just block the whole thing. So it ended up being, a total waste of time.
Well,
so we just laid and watched it instead.
That was really cool.
It was amazing. It was really good. But so I don't know how people do it without getting into trouble.
So Sci-Fi Monkey, what you're saying is those chickens are organized? or will be.
You have no idea how belligerent my fat chickens are.
The Heathers.
The Heathers. We've nicknamed them the Heathers after the movie. For those of you who don't know, you need to watch the Heathers and then come back. Don't come back to this channel till you've watched it.
No, you can come back. It's all good.
But I call them the fat girls because these chickens are like,
they're not fat. They're big bone.
they're very fat.
They're puffy.
And they walk like really, how really fat ladies walk? They walk like that.
They got those big hips.
Oh yeah, they're swinging it, right? Baby's got back, but they're really belligerent too. They bark like dogs almost, right? Like the noise they make is almost like a barking dog, and they don't take crap from me ever. And there's no way I'm training them, right? Like, no, they're too belligerent, which is kind of makes sense that we would have belligerent chickens, to be honest.
So G-Man's going to graciously hold off on suggestions till next time.
Ex-ambassadors. Graham wants to know.
I've heard of them, and I know I know at least one song by them. Big hit, I think. But check it out.
Ex-ambassadors.
They have a particular song suggestion, Graham, that's not their big hit, because I know as soon as I hear their big hit, I know it.
I've never heard of this band.
I think they're the ones that did that song that was in that Jeep commercial. Renegade or something. Is that Ex-Ambassadors? Am I right about that?
Oh.
You know the one I mean, right?
I think so.
I think that's Ex-Ambassadors. So let's do Unsteady.
Unsteady.
And Sarlina suggesting we check out Sick and Tired by Anastasia. Why in private, Sarlina? Shouldn't we just react to it?
Where is that?
Right there. I was right. Renegades.
Oh, yeah. That was a really good song. Actually, I really like that one. Oh, now I know who they are.
There you go.
No, I'm going to have to put it on my Spotify list now. Oh, there's what was that?
Anastasia, sick and tired. All right, COD Ancient. Don't worry, more reaction vids. 2 a day, except for Sunday.
Yeah, every Sunday we try to do something else that's not music related. So we do our live chats every other week, roughly, and then the opposite weeks we try to do the comment reactions, which everybody seems to like.
Except the ones that really hate us. That
Oh
comes out too.
man, guys, next week's comment reaction video is going to be lit. Wow. We have had some. I got chewed out a few times in the last week or so. Straight up called a racist. Like a post this long about how racist I am. I don't understand how these people get up in the morning
Well,
and survive.
they're severely educated.
Indeed. So I probably won't put that one up though, because it's ridiculously long and it's really, really
How's it going to be lit if you don't put that
mind-numbing.
up?
Because there's plenty of others. There's plenty others. There are lots of good. I'm gonna try to weight it to the good more next time too.
Hello, Michael. You're just in time to almost be done.
Yeah. Oh, bye, Carlos. Enjoy your cake. And we need
So
cake
jealous.
here. Yeah, I need to go get some cake.
So Software Snoopy remembers a song called Renegade by Styx. I'd actually be curious to check that out. I know a bunch of Styx songs, but I don't know Styx extensively.
No.
So that might be interesting.
Oh, Stephen, you won't ask for music reaction as I know them. I like new stuff.
Hey, listen, Stephen. The whole way you learn new stuff from us is because other people know stuff and suggest it. So come on, share something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be now off the top of your head if you're not ready, but
Michael says for Stella, Scarborough Fair.
Don't be shy about suggesting anything, Stephen. Because that's how somebody else is going to hear something new.
For Stella, Scarborough Fair. Is that a cover? Scarborough Fair is a song, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Styx is still touring. It's Gowan is their lead singer, right? Lawrence Gowan?
Is he still? Was that Styx? I know he took over for somebody. I think it was Styx. I think you're right.
G-Man can tell me. Is Lawrence Gowan still their lead singer? Oh, we freaking love Gowan.
He has a criminal mind.
Yeah. After 10 a.m., you guys are being generous.
We're not hard and fast about an hour.
No. We'll be done in a couple of minutes, though. I need to get a glass of water. I'm getting all dried out. Crossover vocal cord.
I'm laughing at Sci-Fi Monkey.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So maybe one of the other channels can do that. So I'm trying, guys. So I'm trying to line up the idea of starting to do interviews with some of the talent that we cover. I know a lot of reaction channels do interviews. We would really like to, because there's lots of people we cover that we have interactions with that we would love to have conversations with. I'll be honest though, we're both a little nervous because we don't want to screw it up.
Yeah, definitely not.
So be patient, but I am working on how to line up. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. How to line up format for that. So stay tuned for some of that, and maybe give some ideas of who you'd like to hear from that might actually say yes to us. Because I mean, we're still a pretty small channel, so who knows? But yeah, we would like to do some of that coming up. So stay tuned for some of that. Could be a disaster. Could be really fun though. Oh, Stephen, 1 a.m. Oh my goodness. Well, go to bed.
All right. We're wrapping up any minute.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up.
So G-Man says Tommy Shaw, James Young, and Dennis DeYoung for Styx. So who was it Gowan took over singing for?
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to look it up there.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Lauren Mayberry from Churches would probably say yes to you.
Maybe.
Oh my God, I just choked on my own spit for a second. What? I would love to talk to her. She is so freaking adorable. and I'm absolutely addicted to that band right now. Oh, that's a
Oh
good
yeah,
idea.
he was singing for Styx.
Oh, he did sting.
It
Okay,
was Styx he was singing for.
I thought so. My memory is terrible for recent stuff, but old stuff that I knew from like 5 years ago. Okay. Yeah, I might have to check out the churches. I don't know. She might make me too nervous. This is reminds me actually. Here's a funny story, guys. So I seem all big and bold, but when we went to see Jordan Peterson live one time, and I'm a huge Jordan Peterson fan. And when we got to the auditorium, we were in the lobby just milling around waiting for them to open the theater for everybody to go sit in, and he appeared outside on the sidewalk in front, and a bunch of people went up to him to take, like, selfies, right? And I nearly peed my pants, I was so excited, and Mike's like, "Go out and say hi to him." Obviously, he doesn't mind, he's taking pictures with everybody, but I was so n and there was this big, giant, huge security guard at one of the, emergency exit doors, and he saw me standing there trying to get up the courage to go out there and approach Jordan Peterson. He's like, "You can do it." But I was too nervous. I chickened out and I couldn't do it. So I missed out on my chance to get a selfie with Jordan Peterson. We had VIP tickets, so we ended up getting a selfie later anyway, but it was an organized one, not one just I felt like, "Oh, I don't wanna bother the man." Right? Like, so I'm really nervous when I'm around people that
They're celebrities.
yeah. Like, I'm not one of those I actually really, really deeply respect other people's privacy, right? Like, so for the most part, it's not even that I'm not interested or anything, it's that I feel bad for bothering them, right? Like, I'm like, they have really way better things to do than hang around with me, so that's how it always feels sometimes, so doing interviews I might get too nervous. But I'm really interested too, though. I would really like to talk to some of these people. I have a lot of questions. I'm fascinated by people that are good at stuff like this, right? Like they're really usually really interesting. I've had a few conversations back and forth with a couple, like in private, and they all seem really kind of normal and down to earth. So that's what makes me think that it might be possible for me to do it without actually throwing up from nervousness. So every other post is getting kicked back for me. What does that mean? Churches is an indie band, so doing interviews is one way they promote themselves. Oh. I have seen 2 performances of Churches on stage with Robert Smith. Robert Smith! He's a freaking legend, right? I I don't know. Do they qualify as indie anymore? That sounds like the definition of made it,
Right.
right? Like for me. Like if it was me,
You could die happy.
performing on stage with Robert Smith would be like the pinnacle. It would only be down from there if it was me, but, that's just me. So, anyway, yeah. Well, I'll put them on the list of possibilities. We're gonna roll those out really slow because we wanna make sure we get it right. I don't wanna disrespect these people or their time by ham-fisting it, right? 'Cause we're not very technically savvy, so I'll have to practice. I'll have to practice a little. So Mari B, she identifies with me. Tried, yeah. I would be so freaking awkward, right?
Yeah, we'd have to do a lot of careful planning
Yeah,
what we could ask and what we could talk about intelligently.
yeah. I mean, what kind of questions do you ask? You ask them tidy whities or boxers, right? Like,
Mhm.
they want those kind of questions. Who knows?
So stop with Snoopy. Seen that comment about singer and drummer for Soen?
No.
Apparently, it's given interviews to small reaction channels. We did that by mistake.
Oh my god, that
It
was
was
really
for
good
Covenant,
though.
right?
Yeah, we thought it was a Covenant song, and it ended up being Soen doing a song called Covenant.
Yeah.
It was really good though. That was a really disturbing video. Well, that would be interesting. Except for one album, all of their music is self-produced. One reason you don't hear them on the radio, Barry, that's a straight up sin that you don't hear them on the radio much. That would probably be the reason why I haven't heard of them before, but good God, they're so good, right? Like, I love this band. Everything I've heard from them has been amazing. So thank you, Valerie, for the
Thanks,
tip.
Valerie. Very generous.
Ka-ching! I'd say I'd buy a Starbucks coffee, but there's no Starbucks in this country. Like, none.
Not even one in San Jose.
There might be one in San Jose.
I don't know.
There might be a couple in San Jose.
San Jose is only 300,000 people, but it's the only real big concentration of people in
Yeah,
this
if there's
whole
any
country,
Starbucks, it's
and they
there.
have,
Yeah, I'm
like,
not even
everything.
sure if $5 would do it anymore. So he was standing alone. It came up to compliment him on his music. I was in a concert area inside, but not his concert, and there was no one around. So he's like, oh, Michael, we had a Patreon account. It became really difficult to manage, so I shut it down just because between our channel and my channel and moving to Costa Rica and now setting up our homestead here, time to administer the Patreon channel was, I just couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, and time to get extra exclusive content too, right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of reaction channels do a Patreon where they put up the stuff that gets blocked, but the truth is we don't actually have that much stuff blocked anymore. Also, putting blocked stuff up on Patreon can still lead to lawsuits, and we're not interested in being sued by anybody either. So, I mean, we could do exclusive videos, but honestly, 2 videos per day, and then for my channel, I'm trying to get it up and rolling, and I'd like to get at least 2 videos a week for that, and then all of our life stuff. We don't have the time to manage something like that. It would be nice to have the money, I guess, but we would rather grow our channel, like the channel that everybody sees, and if it means we don't make money from Patreon, we'd rather dedicate extra time to making better content and more content for the channel that everybody sees. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah, really, the only kind of Patreon thing we could really manage would just be no extra value. Just give us a Patreon subscription if you want, and now we qualify for tips on YouTube, so people can already do that here.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to be able to generate exclusive content, but we actually kind of really like the family feel of our general channel, and kind of everybody's involved. So, yeah, the Patreon just got too difficult to manage.
So Steven says Starbucks failed in Australia. I did not know that. And Barry, you're
Is it because Aussies are too smart to pay $7 for a coffee?
Right. And Barry, you're right. Costa Rica has better coffee than Starbucks could ever hope to make. You're entirely correct.
We have coffee on our property, in fact. It doesn't grow beans yet. It's still really new. But 4 or 5 years. Connie! Our chickens, guys. I'm so sorry.
Surrounded by noisy chickens.
Oh, Patreon would be a perfect way to subsidize our lifestyle. Unfortunately, it requires extra work that I just don't have time for. And if you really want to help subsidize our lifestyle, give me views on my Ginger in the Wild channel. Gee, man, you're good for that. You've already been on all my videos, but I want to get that monetized, and I need views for that. So when I post, Connie is such a noisy bee. When I post on our community page, I post links to my videos on my channel. I'd love it if you guys would click through and watch those through, because I could really use the watch time. And then once my channel gets monetized, we'll be good.
So Mari raises a good point about the musician being an introvert. I think quite a few are.
Yeah, I think sometimes they on the stage. So when you're standing on the stage, the lights are in your eyes, and lots of times you don't actually even really see the crowd. So it's easy to feel like you're there by yourself, right? So you can wall off a little. So people think that people on stage are extroverts all the time just because they're on stage. But the truth is, I think more often than not, they are in fact extroverts or introverts. That's the only way that they kind of openly express themselves, but they can do it because they're slightly removed from the crowd.
Yeah.
Whereas
Face to face is
face to face is really different, right? But also, these are people whose lives are under the microscope all the time, and I think if I was a famous person and I would never be able to be a famous person because I wouldn't have the patience. But if I was a famous person, I think I would very jealously guard my private moments.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't get them very often.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And I not that the guys that are punching paparazzi in the face
No.
are not to defend them or anything, but I do understand why sometimes celebrities get tired of being harassed on the street all the time. And I mean, it's you wanna appreciate your fans, but
Still
also
want a life of your own.
it's gotta be really tough.
Sci-fi monkey. Have a good dinner.
Cheers.
Maybe the snake is attacking.
No, that's not the sound of a snake attacking. That's the sound of a chicken laying an egg, so actually I shouldn't mind because they give me eggs. But it is sometimes really, really noisy.
Steven watches all your videos. Thank you, Steven.
Yes, you should comment on them. He sometimes does. But, I know you sometimes get beat up on in the comments, but I don't think on my videos that happens as often. Actually, I haven't really seen that at all in my videos. The crowd that watches my videos are all pretty cool, actually. Aurora is you're very open, at least. She was also there that night. Oh, yeah, she seems like somebody who'd be really, really interesting to talk to. Anyway, it's, 1/4 we're at an hour and a quarter. So and I'm starting to lose my voice. So we're gonna call it a day, I think.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. You guys all have been awesome. Yes, G-Man, comments help the algo as well. So if you watch one of my videos, please be sure to like it. Please leave a comment. I like to respond to the comments too. So all of that would help, definitely. And share with your friends.
That's right.
So I know this dorky ginger who doesn't know how to cut down bamboo without killing somebody. Actually, I do now. One of our neighbors came by last weekend to show me how to cut the bamboo safely. So
She's an expert now.
I wouldn't say that. All right, Steven. Cheers. Bye, Doug.
Doug, you're so quiet.
Yeah, you didn't even comment today. But it was nice that you joined us. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
Anyway, yeah, so next week it'll be a comment reaction video again on Sunday. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys in the comments.
Have a good week, everybody.
Thanks for coming out. There we go.